What up, what up? This is Finance, Fitness, and Folk, channel where we discuss finance, a little bit of fitness, talk about some folk. So in today's episode, I'm going to explain to you how to get your VA claims folder, or rather how to request your VA claims folder, better known as a C-file for some of the older veterans that may be watching this video. So, your claims folder / C folder, what is it? Or C file. So, basically what it is it's pretty much your full metal jacket from the VA. Meaning that every single thing that you ever had documented in your medical records from the time you joined the military, actually from MEPS all the way into the time you left the military, should be in that claims folder / C file. I requested my C-file, I want to say maybe like a year and a half ago. And actually, I requested it because I was in my third time filing a claim. And I saw somebody on a video talking about a claims folder. And I'm like, what in the world is this? So I'm like, well, I did a little bit more research. Of course, I watched the video in its entirety. And I'm like, bet, okay, I can definitely use this as leverage once I filed this claim. So I requested it. It took maybe, I don't know, from the time I requested it, I want to say it took like almost 4 months. So it wasn't a short process at all. And I can honestly say that I think it is really based off the workload of the original office as far as like how quickly you'll receive it. I don't know. I mean, it sucks. You know, the VA is very slow with things. They're severely understaffed. And it's also the human aspect, right? You know, because we don't have machines doing these things. We have human beings, you know, moving paperwork, moving files digitally, and all these other things, right? So you just got to be patient, you know. And the C file / claims folder is, back in the day, it was paper. You know, I saw the one video that I saw. The guy said his C file was like, I mean, like probably about this thick, maybe even longer. I mean, bigger. And of course, everything's digital now. And now I know that was a bear when those VA representatives started having to scan those documents into digital. So shout out to those VA workers that did all that scanning. Y'all, the real MVP. So, but anyways, I requested it, and I went through my claim folder with a fine-tooth comb. Started highlighting everything that I saw that was helpful and was going to be useful as far as filing my claims, the different elements that I had. So first, let me get into how you are requested. So you go to www.va.gov. That's www.va.gov, right? So I know a lot of folks up here might be familiar with e-benefits, which has been used for a long time now, some years. But anybody that's been using e-benefits within the last year, you have noticed that a lot of things are starting to move away from e-benefits and are going to va.gov. So just as a reminder to folks that, you know, that eventually e-benefits are going to go away, and the only way you're going to be able to do anything with the VA digitally, is going to va.gov, right? Actually, if you want to get a certificate of eligibility to buy a home, it used to be on e-benefits, and I want to say it moved to va.gov about a month ago. But anyways, so getting back to the claims folder. So once you go to that website, it's pretty self-explanatory. You can actually, what you can do honestly is you can just go ahead and Google how to request your VA claims folder, and it should give you a link to va.gov as far as going to the actual part of that website to where you claim it at. And you have to download VA Form 3288. That's VA Form 3288. Once you download that, it's a PDF form, but it should be what's called a PDF fillable, meaning that you should be able to type onto that form. I know some PDFs are kind of locked down and you can't really do anything. You have to print it off and then handwrite it. For those that are not computer savvy, that might be a better option for you, is for like printing out the form and then just hand jamming it. But for those that that can use a computer and are pretty literate when it comes to that, they can just do the fillable. But the form is I forget what it is, but basically it's just a basic release form. So what you're doing is you're pretty much asking the VA, or when you're telling the VA, look, I authorize you to release my medical records to me. That's basically what the form is. It's self-explanatory. It's on like 2 pages, and then you either send it back digitally or you mail it in. And on that particular page, when you download the PDF, it should give you an address to be able to mail it to. Also, getting back to folks that are not computer literate. If you have a hard time trying to find things on the computer, or you just not computer literate, I know there's a lot of older veterans that they just don't like computers at all, right? So you can just call your local VA office and just ask them about the form, VA form 3288, and just tell them that you want to request your VA claims folder or your C file. They should be able to point you into the right direction. Don't quote me on it, but I want to say that the claims folder actually will come from your regional office, which, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's, I want to say it's going to be the office where you have, it's like, okay, so every state has their own VA building, right? So it's like a hub. So you are going to request the claims folder online, or like I said, going to the actual office or calling and requesting it that way. And then from that point, the actual claims folder should come from that regional office. In Virginia, the office is the Roanoke office here. And I want to say actually the address on my packet was from Roanoke. So once you get that file, it's going to be digital. It's not going to give it to you in paper. Thank goodness, because that would be a beast to get it on paper. They'll give it to you in a disc. I know they gave me 1 disc, and I just ripped it down from the disc and I put it onto my computer. So it's going to be a huge file, unless like maybe you was only in the military, maybe like a year or so. Maybe your packet's not going to be that big. Mine has 20 years and some change of records in it. And I want to say on average, every 3 years, I had a surgery in the Army. So my packet was humongous, because that also included everything that I had done with the VA up until that point. Meaning that for the last 4 years up to that point, since I had retired, I also had my VA medical records in there as well. So it was huge. It had all my x-rays, anything you could think of, my medication records, every time with the sick call. I mean, it was crazy. It had everything in there. And I'm gonna give you a little hack. So as you're going through your claims folder on your digital file, what you want to do is you want to click Control F. Click Control F. It'll bring up a search bar. You type in, let's say you type in, you type in, knee pain or knee brace, something like that, or sleep apnea. Let's go ahead and do that. Type in sleep apnea. And you click enter, and it'll search through that whole PDF document, every place in that document where sleep apnea is mentioned. So for you to be able to not have to go from page to page in order for you to find something, you can just do a Control left, type in the word you want to find, click enter, and then it'll actually parse through every single page that has sleep apnea on it. It helped me a lot. I think altogether my medical jacket was like a little bit over 5,000 pages. So I mean, it was crazy. So so if you want to start the VA process, I would highly suggest you actually request your claims folder /C file, because that gives you so much leverage when it comes to going to the C&P exams. We actually put in your claims. When you put in your claims as well. I know some folks may decide they want to go through a VFW rep, or they want to go to the VA hospital, ask for a rep that way. I did use a rep the first 2 times. The third time I pretty much put my own claim in. I did my own research and put everything in, and that third time that I did it myself, I got to 100. So maybe I should have did it myself the first time. Who knows? But yeah, I just wanted to put this video out here because I think that getting your claims folder /C file is going to be your very first step, is putting your claim in. And I'm not saying for you to put your requesting for your C file /claims folder and just sit there and wait until it comes in. If you want to put your claim in right now, you can put your claim in right now. And I'll make another video as for how you can get that process started. So as you're waiting for the claims folder, then you're able to actually start pushing forward with other things in order to get your file, your VA claim filed. So like, comment, subscribe, please. I want to get this video out as much as possible to give folks leverage to better themselves, and for veterans like yourself to be able to get the compensation that you deserve. Because like I said before in a previous video, VA compensation is not welfare. It's owed to you. It is owed to you. Okay, so let's go ahead and put these claims in, and let's take care of ourselves and our family. All right, Finance, Fitness, and Folk. Triple F, I'm gone.